again. It's a rich thing.
Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best borescope in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 10. SkyBasic Digital Borescope. With a 4.3-inch screen, a waterproof 8mm probe, and dimmable LED lighting, the SkyBasic is a capable, full-featured borescope. Where it suffers is the lack of a secondary lens. Instead, it uses a detachable mirror for side view capability. The standard 16.5-foot cable means there's not many places that are out of reach for this model. A clear picture and intuitive operation were high points of end-user experience, though some buyers report that side view images using the mirror attachment were fuzzy, easy to operate. You can use it immediately when it is powered on. No need to use your smartphone to connect the Wi-Fi, and no need to download any driver software. So you do not need to worry about dirtying your expensive phone at work too. If the size of the accessories does not fit, we will replace it free of charge. 1-year replacement service for quality problems. Please feel free to get help if you have any questions about our digital endoscope camera or the instructions. Number 9. Extec HD V650-30G Plumbing Videoscope Kit. With 12 built-in lights, this versatile but pricey videoscope has an exceptionally long, strong fiberglass cord that packs away into a spool. It might not look like much, a kind of coated wireframe arrangement, but it's actually much easier to grip than, say, the plastic spools common on extension leads. That thoughtful quality extends to the highly durable display, which is both waterproof and oil/chemical resistant too. You need to worry about delicate touch screens, as the controls are all on robust buttons around the display. Images can be recorded as stills or video to the SD card or output via the analog connector. Admittedly, the design features what feels like a historic connector, the mini USB, but this is a professional tool with a professional price, and the cost of a USB adapter is hardly relevant. Number 8. Vividia Ablescom VA980. Vividia has somewhat cornered the market in turning the corner, in this price bracket at least, articulating heads are few and far between. Thankfully, it has chosen to offer the probe on a semi-flexible arm, so you can get the flexible head just about anywhere within reasonable reach. The semi-flex can be bent and then retains its shape, a little like some desk lamps, which is handy for certain tasks, but since it's a mechanical approach, rather than simply a stiff wire, the practical length is limited. Vividia has kept on the safe side of that, so the scope should have a good long life, but the reach is much lower than some of the cheaper non-articulated alternatives. Number 7. Teslong NTG 100H Rifle Borescope. If you're serious about keeping your guns in excellent condition, the best possible tool is a dedicated borescope, which will allow you to examine the barrel for carbon, copper, and powder buildup and other damage. This, in turn, lets you better manage your cleaning and potentially save money without taking risks. At 26 inches long, the NTG 100H will fit inside any barrel of .2 caliber and above. To view the barrel wall, you can attach the mirror head, but there is a locking collar needed for this, which is easily misplaced, though 2 spare mirror heads are included, which seems generous. In terms of viewing, you connect via a cable to a MacBook, Chromebook, or Windows PC and use the built-in camera software. This does restrict movement a little, though it is long enough. Measurements along the side will help you precisely pinpoint any issues you locate with the probe, and there is a white collar you can slide to mark the spot. Number 6. Teslong Dual Lens. This more rugged-looking device is one that might stand up to a little more punishment than others on this list. It includes a fairly average monitor, though with 854 by 480 pixels it still beats some of the big brands. We like the torch for quick external inspections. There are 6 brightness adjustable LEDs surrounding the 70-degree angle main camera too, as well as a second lens with 1 LED, so rather than fit a mirror attachment you simply flip the camera head to its side camera mode via the switch not on the display device, but the user end of the Borescope where it attaches to the viewer. There is also 32 gigabits of storage to record onto included, and the display is charged by a familiar USB. However, it records 1080p video, effectively 2 megapixels, from a 1 megapixel sensor, so this sounds like resolution upsampling done purely for marketing reasons. Number 5. Dipstack DS450-500W. The Dipstack DS450 and its dual lens siblings built on the same case feels as natural to use as a mobile phone. The 4.5-inch IPS screen is about the same size and, with the camera cable connecting at the top center, and is easier to hold vertically. The camera itself is well lit and provides good visibility, though the LEDs produce a distinctly blue-tinged light. The claimed 1.96 to 200-inch focal range seems somewhat optimistic though, or perhaps a 2592 by 1944 pixel screen is simply too much resolution for the camera. The excessively tight USB socket which connects the camera cable to the main unit and the slightly squidgy buttons are an annoyance, but the 3300 mAh battery supplies a very practical 5 hours worth of working time. The in-body torch is nice to have too. Number 4. Dipstack DS500. Dipstack caters to all these categories and also offers a variety of different camera probes for the end of the semi-rigid flex. The DS500 includes a dual camera design, which not only features a forward-pointing camera but a second looking out to one side, yet it manages this with a narrower probe than the wireless WF028, opens in new tab, below. While the DS500 is a deeper dip into the pocket than is strictly necessary for occasional tasks, it also takes inspection in its stride in a way other solutions just don't. The solidly built handset, not to mention the all-important probe's dual-lens camera, is all backed up with the ability to record, meaning you'll not need to replace this tool for a long while. As a bonus, the accessories are great and the built-in torch is genuinely useful and has a super cool trigger switch. Number 3. Tezlong Dual Lens HD Snake Inspection Camera with Light. Many endoscope camera options require a phone or device hookup, but not this best Borescope. It comes with a 4.5 LCD screen on its monitor. With a focal range of 1.2 inches to 4 inches, 6 LED lights, a dual lens, and a micro SD card, it's great to have on hand to take images and video and diagnose troubles with pipes, cars, and other hard-to-reach places. The side camera is also a feature many reviewers said they wouldn't go without now. There is also a 50-foot cable version for those in need of more length. This camera really works wonderfully, allowing me to see very clearly and closely if coolant indeed entered the cylinder, which helps me take a photo or video and use it as evidence to display to the customer or warranty inspector, wrote a Nissan automotive technician who found a variety of uses for the inspection camera. This camera is a must if you're a technician or any other tradesman. Number 2. Best top-rated inspection camera, Dipstack Wireless Endoscope. While this best Borescope is the most inexpensive on the list, it's also the best-rated Wi-Fi Borescope. Earning over 10,000 5-star ratings, the endoscope camera with a semi-rigid cable has several features that make it useful in the eyes of owners. It has Wi-Fi connection through WLAN settings on smartphones, and users can pick from several image resolutions. It's also waterproof, but goes beyond just that as it handled a half-hour deep in diesel gas for one customer. Very high-quality piece of equipment. I needed an endoscope for a while now, and this is the best, wrote one mechanic. My friend has a Snap-on brand endoscope that costs over $1,500 US. This is just as good if not better because you can use your phone as a screen. Another mechanic of 20 years agreed with the sentiment, saying, "This extremely affordable scope outperforms them all, hands down." Number 1. Klein Tools Borescope Digital Camera with LED Lights. The 6 adjustable LED lights on Klein Tools' best Borescope can be dimmed and brightened with a dial on the handle. It's not powered by battery life or electricity, but rather the power from the device it's hooked up to. It can be connected to the Klein Tools Android app as well, which gives workers the ability to take images and videos that can later be shared and replayed. And, with 10 feet of cord, it's a decent length for most projects involving houses, including electrical and plumbing. I install bathtubs and do plumbing troubleshooting at our 215-unit apartment complex, explained a reviewer. I got tired of having to be a contortionist or cut access points in drywall to check my connections for leaks. This little device has saved me so much time and material. It's come in handy from everything to insulation inspection to checking for clogged ductwork in exhaust fans also.